Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to start off by giving infinite praises to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shabbat, Shem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle and elders, great Muslim, not real well, and peace and citations to the elect men pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Yakanan from the DC Church, coming at you live in Cape Coast, Ghana. Now, as you see on your screen right now, this is one of the few pictures and videos I was able to take at the Cape Coast Castle. This is called the Door of No Return. Now, as you see on the sign right there, it says what I just stated earlier, the door of no return, and it's a big black door wherein the slaves would be marched through, would be marched outside the castle onto small ships that would lead into the big slave ships, in which they were packed like sardines and taken across taken across the Atlantic Ocean, whether it be to the West Indies, being the Caribbean islands, Northern America, whether it be Virginia, South Carolina, one of the colonies they had set up in America, or South America, which would be known as Latin America today, where you would have Brazil, Honduras, Guatemala, all these different Spanish speaking countries, Colombia, so on and so forth. That this is the door. This is one of the places that they left, in which they left everything that they knew before, and went to go serve captivity in a land that they didn't know. They got their name stripped from them. They got whatever customs that they were keeping. They got it stripped from them. They had everything stripped from them. And after they passed that door, they went to serve hardcore bondage. And one of the things that stood out to me, before we got to this door, was what the slaves had to endure beforehand. What our people had to endure beforehand. Our people had to endure, being in dungeons for months, weeks and months at a time, wherein they would be packed in with hundreds of other Israelites in dungeons, dark dungeons that are very, very, very lowly ventilated, where they would have to desiccate on themselves, excrete all their bodily fluids, their sweat, blood, and tears, vomit. When it comes to the case of the women, their menstrual blood, and going into a lot of these places, it's authentic to what was experienced in those places, because all you smelt was death. If anyone that's familiar with smelling, with the saying, the smell of death, and it's an actual smell. Like, that place smelled like death. Our people legitimately died there, and that door that you see on your screen is the last place that the ones that had the resilience enough to make it through all those things, which was, being in slave dungeons, when it comes to the women being in slave dungeons, all the things that the men had to go through, as well as rape, which I'm pretty sure, Esau, being the vile and disgusting man he is, the men went through it as well. All manners of wickedness happened inside that castle, and that door was the last thing our people saw before they made it into the new world. Now, another thing that I saw that was interesting on the other side of that door, which was an initiative that Ghana put out in 2019, and it was called the Year of Return. And they put and I believe they told us a story about how a slave from Jamaica didn't wanted to come back, or whether it be a descendant or an actual slave from Jamaica wanted to come back, and they wanted to come back through that same door that their ancestors or them, I forgot whether it was their ancestors or them specifically, but they wanted to go through that same door and and symbolize their return. Their return and their freedom from slavery. Their so-called freedom from slavery, and them being able to take the shackles off and symbolize their return into who they truly are. Now, the reason why this stood out to me is because, when you have, they had a whole initiative in 2019 called the Year of Return, which was basically a calling back to all the descendants of slaves to come back into their so-called true roots, which they're saying is here in Ghana and Nigeria and all these other countries in West Africa, which couldn't be further from the truth. One being that the real door of return is through Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Yahweh Shai is the return, and the true return is coming back into who we truly are, which are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, Yasharallah, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, all the way down to Issachar. That's the true return. Once you know your power and knowing your power's name, which is Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, that is the true return. Yahweh Shai is the door to that. Yahweh Shai is the mediator. He's the door to coming back into who we truly are, which is Yasharallah, the Prince of the Power, the Israel. That's who we truly are, That's the real calling back until who we truly are, and that's the return. And the year of return has been happening for decades now. Our people have been waking up and truly finding who they are, through, and it's not through a physical door, it's through the scriptures, it's through the scriptures, and it's through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that our people are waking up to knowing who they truly are, because a lot of Israelites in Ghana, they don't even know that they're Israelites, They still need to have a return unto who they are, because our language, and a lot of our customs were taken away from us, as a people, especially after we were exiled and fled into the interiors of Africa. A lot of our people, of course, there's certain things that they kept, but all in all, there's key things that we need that can only be revealed through through the Spirit, and it's due time and due season, and this is the time and this is the season, and that's the truth of the scriptures. The names of the names of the Father, the Heavenly Father, and His Son. All these different things were revealed to us in due time. And it was taken away from us because why? Because we transgressed against Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But the true return is through the Spirit, not a physical door. And I wanted to get a few scriptures to back that up. Now, I'm gonna get John chapter 10 verse 7, and it says, then said Yahweh Shai unto them again, verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that come before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, and shall go in and out and find pasture. And that's plainly put. Yahweh Shai is the door. He is the door of what? The sheep. And we the Israelites are the sheep. We are. And He's the shepherd. He leads us through that door. He is the door, and going through Yahweh Shai, those chains, and that bondage is taken up off of us, and we're truly free through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. But you need Yahweh Shai first. There's no other way to go but through Him. You can go through a physical door of return. You can come and find try to reconnect with your roots physically and do all this extra stuff and physically see all these things, But unless you have Yahweh Shai, it's all for naught, because he is the only way that you can actually reconnect and get a true culture and get a true understanding of how far our history goes back. It's only through his name we're able to do that stuff. Now, and it says verse 8, and it says, all that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. All that, anybody that comes in another name, anybody that comes before Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is a thief and a robber. It's only through him. It's only through him. There's no other way. There's no other man. There's no other way but through him. Now I'm gonna grab John chapter 14 verse 6. It says, Yahweh Shai saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. And that's plainly put. Yahweh Shai is the mediator. He's the intercessor. He's everything that we need to get that salvation, to actually be free and to be actually returned to who we truly are, and be free and be actually be no longer known as bondmen and bondwomen. It's only through Yahweh Shai we get saved. Why does Deuteronomy, one scripture that comes into my mind is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the 68th verse. No man shall buy you. It's only through Yahweh Shai that what's it called? We get salvation. No physical man or no physical door will be able to save you, or be symbolic of our freedom from our enemies. It's only through Yahweh Shai we get that freedom. Now, I'm gonna read John 14 verse 7. Continuing on, it says, if ye have known me, ye shall have known my Father also, and from henceforth ye know him and have seen him. So through Yahweh Shai, having faith in Yahweh Shai, following after the example that he set forth, and hearkening onto his name and worshiping his name, we have seen the Father. If we please him, we please the Father. Because he's the intercessor and the mediator between us and the Father. It's only through Yahweh Shai. With that, I want to say, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to my apostle and elders, a great millstone that rule well, and peace and citations to the elect men pushing out this word in true sincerity. Until next time, I want to say Shalom.